So how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. I know I haven't uploaded in a little while. I did have to travel somewhere for an unexpected reason, and that made me not able to upload. But we're back now, and I've got 10 facts about Grand Theft Auto 5 for you guys. Some that you may know and some that you might not know. But we're going to get straight into the video. So coming in from number 10, did you know that Grand Theft Auto 5 cost $270 million to make? That's the most expensive game ever created, and it is in the top 10 most expensive entertainment and media productions ever created. Now that is ridiculous. So $270 million. You may think that that is quite a heavy investment and quite a risky one, but this leads us straight into number 9. The game Grand Theft Auto 5 made a profit of over $1 billion in the first 3 days of the game being released. And don't forget, at the time it was only released on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. It hadn't been released yet on the next gen consoles or PC. So it made $1 billion profit in 3 days of the game being released. So that is on average $333,333,333 a day for the first 3 days is what they earned. So within the first day they had already earned their money back from the money that they put into the game. That was too many number 3s for me. Right, anyway, moving on to the next one. Now for number 8, this is quite an interesting one, and I was surprised when I read this myself, but this is a fact. So the GTA5 map is 100,000 square feet. That is bigger than the Grand Theft Auto 4 map, San Andreas, and the first Red Dead Redemption all combined together. It may not seem it, but it is a fact, and if you was to put all them 3 maps together from Grand Theft Auto 4, GTA San Andreas and Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 5 is bigger than them 3 maps combined. That is insane. Now at number 7, this one's also quite interesting, and a lot of you's probably figured this out yourself or you already knew it. So on GTA 5 there is actually a car called the JB700. And what that actually is, it's a reference to the James Bond films and the Aston Martin DB5. And if you look at the name carefully, the JB actually stands for James Bond, and the 700 is 007 backwards, which is also another alias for James Bond. So for number 6, I found out that the game has sold over 70 million copies on all of the consoles as of the date of this recording. Just think about that, 70 million of the copies have been sold for this game. That is ridiculous amounts of people. There is pretty much no games out there. There is only a very, very small amount of games that can say that they have sold 70 million copies of their game. That just goes to show once again how popular and how well made and successful the release of Grand Theft Auto 5 has been. It puts it up there with one of the highest selling games of all time. Now for number 5, the man that played Trevor Phillips' voice in Grand Theft Auto 5 is an actor and voice actor called Hogg. But not that many people know is that he actually starred in The Walking Dead. His first appearance was in Season 6, and he appeared once as a guest, and then in Season 7 he actually appeared 5 times as a recurring cast member, and then from Season 8 onwards he is now part of the main cast of The Walking Dead. And he is also featured in the hit TV show, the spin-off from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. And if you actually look at him from when he plays Trevor in Grand Theft Auto to his real life appearance, there is actually a very uncanny resemblance. So at number 4, this one's a very, very interesting one, and I didn't believe it, and I had to go and check myself and actually look through list after list after list to make sure that this one was true. So I seen that there was 250 vehicles on Grand Theft Auto 5 that you could use, but that wasn't including some of the DLC cars and the special vehicles that you can get for the vehicle warehouse, like the Ruiner 2000, cars like that. So altogether I'm going to say there's roughly between 260 and 270 vehicles that are available to drive or use on Grand Theft Auto 5. That is such an insane number. I didn't believe it until I checked it out for myself, and it's true. There is at minimum at least 250 vehicles that you can use in Grand Theft Auto 5. So for number 3, we're going to take a trip to a real life location, and it's a place called Bombay Beach in California, and it's actually what Sandy Shores in Grand Theft Auto 5 is based off. As I'm chatting through this, you'll see a few images comparing the two places to each other, so you can see the resemblance on the actual locations and how they look. But a few facts about Bombay Beach. It is actually the lowest community in America. It is 223 feet, or roughly 68 metres below sea level. It only has a population of 295. That was as of 2010, so I don't know if it's gone up or down since then. But in 2010, there was less than 300 people living there. It's pretty much a derelict area in California. They built it as sort of like a paradise, little getaway place where you'd go for your holidays, or possibly if you had the money you could go and live there. But it all went wrong, and as you can see by some of the photos, it's turned into pretty much a trailer park and an abandoned area, just like how they resemble it in the game Grand Theft Auto 5, which, as we know, is Sandy Shores. So for number 2, seeing as the last one was based on a real life location, we're going to base this one also on a location that is real. And it is a place called Salvation Mountain, and it's actually not too far from Bombay Beach in real life as well. So it's quite close, as it is in Grand Theft Auto as well. The Beam Me Up Mountain, or the Beam Me Up Hill, whatever you would like to call it, is located quite close to Sandy Shores. And what it is in real life is basically a hill or a mountain, whatever you'd like to call it, where Christians go, or religious people, they go there and they paint sayings and verses from the Bible on the rocks and all positive sort of stuff to do with Jesus and things like that. I'm not really a religious person, so I don't know much about it, but I'm not going to get into religion on a video. It's not a wise idea. But I'm just going to show you the pictures here so you can see the similarities between the two locations in the game and real life, and then we are going to swiftly move on to the last one, number 1. So for the final fact, and this one definitely is a fact, Grand Theft Auto 5 is the best game ever made.